Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we'll be talking about how to navigate post-graduation, like looking for jobs after your graduation as an international student in the United States. First, you have the option to continue your studies. Maybe you finished your master's or a bachelor's degree and you want to move into another degree. Those are some of the options you have after graduation. Another option you have as well is to leave the United States and go back to your home country. These are like some of the two main options you have. And another option is to look for a job. And if you want to look for a job, you have to do something, you have to apply for something called OPT, that is called optional practical training. And it's optional in the sense that you don't have to do it. You can decide to do an OPT before you move on, maybe from bachelor's, you might decide to do an OPT before moving to your master's degree, or after your master's, you can decide to do an OPT before moving to your doctoral degree. And after your doctoral degree, you can also decide to do an OPT. So it's optional. So you can also decide doing an OPT before leaving the country. So it's optional, meaning that it's not mandatory. It's something you do if. And OPT varies. The number of OPT, the number of months for your OPT varies depending on your degree. If you have a bachelor's of science, master's of science, or like a master's in a STEM field like science, engineering, and mathematics, you get 3 years of OPT post graduation. But if you finished from a maybe like master's of arts, bachelor's of arts, or for a PhD from an arts department or humanities department, mostly you have 1 year OPT. I have two main advices for international students, especially if you want to do OPT after your graduation or if you intend to pursue the OPT route. My first advice would be like make sure you already have an idea of the jobs you want to do like a year or 6 months before your graduation. So this way you get to prepare or you get to develop skills that might be needed for the kind of job you want to go and do in the industry. So for instance, if you are studying computer science and you know like after graduation you want to pursue jobs like programming, app developer, you should start looking at the job descriptions. You can use LinkedIn to know the kind of skills that recruiter needs or the kind of skills that the people that are in your field have that will get you the same degree or that gets you the same kind of job you are hoping to get after graduation. Another advice I have for international students is to consider summer internships. You might do it in your first year, depending on the number of years your program is. Your program is 5 years. You want to do it in your first 2 or 3 years or maybe all 3 of the years, because when you do a summer internships, it gives you work experience that tailored directly to the jobs or to the job market, and two, it helps to be like a relationship with employers. And after your graduation you can decide to apply to this company and they would say, oh, we know this person has worked here based on your I don't know, maybe based on your file or your behavior when you work, they might decide to offer you a job moving forward. And so next we'll be looking at how to tailor your CVs to fit the job roles you're applying for. First off, I would advise you to reach out to the career center in your school. I think I'm very certain to a large extent that every school has its own career center where they help you with your CV or your resume and where they coach you on how to answer questions for interviews. And so make sure you reach out to your career center to get help with this. So some of the tips I have about tailoring your CV to a particular job description is do not use a generic CV or a generic resume for all of your job description. So for instance, if you're applying for a job that needs a certain skills, you want that skill or that roles to also be in your resume as well, meaning that if they need somebody that has a people skills or that has organizational skills or that had improved their company with 30%, 50%, you want the same keywords to be in your CV or in your resume. And you notice that I keep saying CV or resume. There's a big difference. When I was in Nigeria, we call everything CV. Everything is CV to us. But when I got to the US, especially when I was looking for jobs through my OPT, I got to understand that there was a difference between a CV and a resume. A resume is more industry focused, meaning that it's brief. Is typically shorter than your CV. CV are largely longer, and yeah, they're largely longer, and your resume it's kind of brief. So when I was on OPT, when I was looking for a job, I had a CV and a resume. So the CV was tailored to academic jobs or academic positions in the universities or in colleges, and then I also had a resume that was tailored to industry jobs. One other thing I would like you to necessarily, if you are looking for a job, is to have an online profile. I'm sorry, an online portfolio. An online portfolio is not your LinkedIn. An online portfolio is not a Google Drive that you have all the works that you've done. No, an online portfolio is like a website or like a page that has all of the things that you've done. And having this portfolio sometimes could help you because it gives them another idea of who you are, and you don't know what they might be looking for. Maybe your online maybe they're looking for somebody that can design an app, kind of app, but they want to see visually. So you want to put a short video, maybe like a 5-second video of the app that you've developed in your portfolio. And yeah, so this gives the recruiter or the HR a glimpse of what you can do and invite you for interviews. And for you, you can always link your portfolio to your CV. You can put it after you put your email address. You want to like my portfolio and then hyperlink it in your CV. Next, we'll be moving on to places to check out for jobs, especially as an international student in the United States. LinkedIn did not work for me. Don't get me wrong, I got a lot of recruiters reaching out to me on LinkedIn asking me to submit my CV. I even got like phone calls, interview. I got phone calls, interviews from LinkedIn, but that was the end. I didn't get anyone that generated to like a physical or like a virtual interview. And I didn't even get so I can apply to countless jobs on LinkedIn, and trust me, it didn't work for me. There are other people that LinkedIn has worked for. I'm just saying, like, personally, LinkedIn did not work for me. And these are the sites that worked for me during my job application. First off, we have hirehead.com from administrative communication, teaching, IT, like a lot of job roles, but most of them are in the university community. And then we have Job Chronicles and also Indeed.com. You want to check out this site, especially as an international student who is looking for a job post graduation in the United States. And if you are looking for jobs outside the university environment, you can check Glassdoor.com. You can check ZipRecruiter. So we'll be talking about preparing for job interviews and the international students in the United States. The recruiter wants to see confidence. They want to see assertion. They want to see they don't expect you to know everything, but to a large extent, they want to see that you're teachable and that you're willing to learn. And it took me, I did a number of interviews before I finally grabbed an idea of how to do an interview, because right now I'm still learning how to do interview. So one of the things I would advise you to do is build confidence during your interview. Have a confidence of the person you want to be. Like, be confident during your interview. Be confident. Show the recruiter that you're teachable. Show the recruiter or the team that is interviewing you that you're willing to learn. Trust me, most of the jobs you're applying for, the entry-level jobs, they don't expect you to know everything. When you get to the office or when you officially get a position, you're going to be trained, you're going to be taken through some processes. So you'll be acquainted with the work. You basically will learn on the job, but to a large extent, they need you to know that you are someone who can work in a team. They need to know you are somebody who is teachable. They need to know that you're somebody who is willing to learn and somebody that has that confidence. And these are the things they'll be looking out for during your interview. Whether you are preparing for a virtual interview or for an in-person interview, please look good. Don't say, "Oh, I'm interviewing from my room, nobody sees me." Please suit up, like wear an outfit that dress the part. Essentially, dress the part, look nice. If you need to do your makeup, please do your makeup. If you need to wear a suit, put on your suit. You can even spray perfume. Yes, you heard me right. Feel free to spray your perfume. Feel free to just dress in a way that shows that yes, you're ready to take this job. Again, like I said earlier, is especially as an international student, make sure you reach out to your career office center, like your career center, your human resource center that coaches students on how to do interviews. Some coaches, offices like Career Center, they have outfits for you, they have clothes for you, they have a office space or a space where you can do your interview. If you feel like your office is so crowded, I'm sorry, your room is so crowded, or you need a very quiet place and same place to do your interview, feel free to reach out to your career center. There are schools that have these resources available for you to use. And now I'll be sharing some of the YouTube pages or YouTube channels that really helped me when I was looking for a job. First, we have the career vids. This guy is really good when it comes to building your confidence when you're looking for a job. It's really, really good. And also we have Cass Trumpson career advice. These are like the two people that really I watched when I was looking for a job, and it was really, really helpful. And lastly, before I end this video, I would like to let you know that looking for a job as an international student in the United States is very, very draining. I've gone through it, so I know that it's very, very draining, and it's not your fault. It's not like you can, because sometimes you might feel like, oh, maybe this place is not for me, maybe I'm not cut out for this, or maybe, I mean, you would have a lot of maybes, but trust me, you are on the right path, you are doing well, you are not the problem. It's just that this is a new environment for you and you are still trying to find your feet to, because like this is looking for a job in the United States is not something you are used to. So it's like your first time or like your first time doing this, and you will definitely go through some hurdles, and the job phase is definitely one of those hurdles. So do not give up. Make sure to reach out to the right people like your career center, walk into offices that you feel like they have some of the jobs that you are interested in. Do not be shy to tell people you're looking for jobs. Please, even if you can, carry your CV wherever you are. Talk to people. Don't close your mouth. Talk to people again. Talk to people, and you never know who is interested in you or who could help you. And this is like one of the biggest advice I'll give to anybody, especially as an international student in the United States. Make use of every advice in this video, and I wish you best of luck in your interview and in you navigating your job phase in the United States. And until next time, I would see you. And please, if you have any question, make sure to drop them in the comment section, and I am happy to answer all of the questions. Thank you.